For too long, the notion of a global financial elite has been dismissed as mere conspiracy. Yet, a rigorous examination reveals a stark reality. A small, interconnected group undeniably wields immense influence over the world's financial system. This is not a theory, it is an observable fact. This elite comprises powerful banking dynasties, colossal corporate giants, and a web of interconnected institutions. Their decisions, often made behind closed doors, shape economies, dictate policies, and determine the financial fate of billions. We must confront this reality head-on. The composition of this global financial elite is complex, extending far beyond simple wealth. It involves a strategic convergence of traditional power centers and emerging forces. At its core are the foundational banking and financial institutions. The U.S. Federal Reserve and the European Central Bank stand as titans, controlling the very supply of money and setting interest rates that ripple across continents. Their autonomy is often presented as a safeguard, but their power is absolute. Alongside them are the Wall Street titans, BlackRock, Vanguard, and J.P. Morgan Chase. These asset managers and investment banks collectively manage trillions of dollars, holding significant stakes in virtually every major corporation worldwide. Their influence is not merely financial, it is systemic. Then there are the old money families, names like Rothschilds and Rockefellers, whose influence extends through generations. Their power is often subtle, exerted through vast financial networks, strategic investments, and the funding of influential think tanks and foundations. Their legacy is woven into the fabric of global finance. Beyond finance, a corporate oligarchy exerts profound control. Big tech giants like Apple, Google, and Amazon dominate digital infrastructure, shaping information flow and consumer behavior on an unprecedented scale. Their reach into our daily lives is pervasive. The energy sector is controlled by big oil and commodity traders, such as Saudi Aramco, Glencore, and Trafigura. These entities manipulate global energy markets, profiting immensely from geopolitical instability and supply chain disruptions. Their power directly impacts the cost of living for everyone. Pharmaceutical and defense giants, including Pfizer and Lockheed Martin, profit directly from crises. Wars, pandemics, and global anxieties become opportunities for unprecedented financial gain, often at public expense. Their business models are intrinsically linked to global instability. Finally, the elite operates through shadow networks and intergovernmental bodies that set global rules. The World Economic Forum, with its annual Davos gathering, openly pushes agendas like the Great Reset, advocating for fundamental transformations of society and economy. Their vision is clear and often unsettling. The Bank for International Settlements, often called the Central Bank of Central Banks, operates with remarkable opacity. It sets global financial rules and coordinates monetary policy among the world's central banks, effectively dictating the terms of international finance. Its power is largely unchecked. The International Monetary Fund and the World Bank, ostensibly designed to foster global development, frequently enforce debt traps on developing nations. Their conditional loans often lead to austerity measures and the privatization of public assets, further entrenching economic dependency. This cycle perpetuates poverty and subservience. The elite's influence is not accidental. It is meticulously engineered through several key mechanisms. Understanding these is crucial to recognizing the systemic nature of their power. Their primary lever is influence over money creation itself. When new money is printed, it enters the system through specific channels, benefiting those closest to its initial distribution. This allows them to acquire assets at deflated prices, consolidating wealth and power before inflation takes hold. This is a hidden tax on everyone else. They leverage debt as a powerful tool of control. Nations, corporations, and individuals are ensnared in cycles of borrowing, creating perpetual dependency. This debt serves as a leash, ensuring compliance with the elite's agendas and policies. Freedom diminishes as debt accumulates. Market manipulation is another critical mechanism. Through sophisticated algorithms, insider information, and sheer financial might, stock and bond markets can be swayed to their advantage. This allows for massive wealth transfers, often at the expense of unsuspecting retail investors. The game is rigged. Corporate monopolies and oligopolies ensure the dominance of entire sectors. By acquiring competitors or stifling innovation, these giants eliminate competition, dictate prices, and control supply chains. This stifles economic dynamism and limits consumer choice. Crucially, they control narratives through pervasive media influence and a network of well-funded think tanks. Mainstream media outlets often echo approved viewpoints, while think tanks produce research that supports specific policy agendas. This shapes public perception and limits critical discourse. Despite their formidable power, the elite's dominance is not absolute. Significant challenges are emerging, threatening to disrupt their established order. The rise of BRICS nations, Brazil, Russia, India, China, and South Africa, represents a formidable geopolitical shift. These nations are actively developing alternative financial systems, including the New Development Bank, China's CIPS, and Russia's SPFS, to bypass Western-dominated structures. This is a direct challenge to the dollar's hegemony. There is a growing shift towards gold and commodity-backed trade, moving away from fiat currencies. This trend reflects a desire for more stable, tangible assets, and a rejection of the inflationary pressures inherent in current monetary systems. It signals a loss of trust in traditional finance. Cryptocurrency and decentralized finance, or DeFi, offer a radical alternative. Bitcoin, in particular, is seen by many as a hedge against central bank inflation and a truly decentralized store of value. Its fixed supply and censorship resistance directly challenge central bank control. DeFi platforms and stablecoins provide alternatives to traditional banking, offering peer-to-peer lending, trading, and financial services without intermediaries. This movement empowers individuals and bypasses the established financial gatekeepers. It is a direct threat to their monopoly. Geopolitical shifts and populist movements are also challenging globalist policies. Citizens worldwide are increasingly rejecting the dictates of international bodies and demanding national sovereignty. This grassroots resistance is a powerful force for change. Nations are beginning to reject IMF and World Bank loans, recognizing the inherent debt traps and conditionalities that undermine their sovereignty. This growing defiance signals a desire for true economic independence. The grip of debt is weakening. The internet and alternative media platforms are playing a crucial role in exposing elite corruption and challenging established narratives. Information that was once suppressed now circulates freely, empowering individuals with knowledge and fostering critical thinking. The truth is harder to hide. It is vital to understand that this elite is not a monolithic, unified cabal operating with perfect synchronicity. Instead, it is a complex network with internal competition, rivalries, and differing agendas. They are not omnipotent. This inherent complexity also creates vulnerabilities. The elite is prone to significant mistakes, as evidenced by the 2008 financial crisis and the economic fallout from the COVID-19 pandemic. Their miscalculations have profound global consequences. A palpable fear of losing control is evident in their increasingly aggressive actions. The push for central bank digital currencies, or CBDCs, is a clear attempt to regain absolute control over money and transactions. Censorship and surveillance are escalating, revealing their desperation to maintain power. We are witnessing an unprecedented power struggle, with the future of global finance hanging in the balance. The elite's efforts to maintain control are intensifying. The push for CBDCs is a critical component of their strategy. These digital currencies would grant central banks unprecedented control over individual spending, potentially enabling programmable money and social credit systems. This is a direct path to financial totalitarianism. The integration of AI surveillance into every aspect of life is another alarming development. This technology could be used to monitor dissent, enforce compliance, and suppress any challenge to the established order. Privacy is rapidly eroding. The potential for engineered conflicts and crises cannot be overlooked. Such events often serve to consolidate power, distract populations, and justify further centralization of control. We must remain vigilant against these manufactured disruptions. However, a growing resistance is emerging. Bitcoin, with its decentralized nature, stands as a bulwark against central bank overreach. The BRICS alliance offers a geopolitical counterweight, challenging the unipolar financial world. Anti-globalist movements are gaining momentum, demanding a return to national sovereignty and local control. The outcomes of this struggle are not predetermined. Several paths lie before us. One possible outcome is a full digital dictatorship, where the elite achieves total control through CBDCs, AI surveillance, and a compliant populace. This would be the end of financial freedom. Another possibility is the emergence of a truly decentralized financial system, driven by cryptocurrencies and blockchain technology. This would empower individuals, bypass intermediaries, and foster a more equitable global economy. This is the path to true financial liberation. A hybrid system is also plausible, where the elite's control is significantly weakened but not entirely eradicated. This scenario would involve a constant push and pull between centralized power and decentralized resistance, leading to a more fragmented and unpredictable financial landscape. In this critical juncture, individual actions matter more than ever. We are not powerless observers. Opting out of the traditional system where possible is a powerful act of defiance. This includes exploring alternative financial tools, supporting local economies, and reducing reliance on centralized institutions. Every choice makes a difference. Staying informed is paramount. Critical thinking, independent research, and seeking out diverse perspectives are essential to navigating the deluge of information and propaganda. Do not accept narratives at face value. Finally, preparing for potential instability is a pragmatic necessity. This involves building resilience, diversifying assets, and fostering community. The future is uncertain, but preparedness empowers us to face it with strength. The time for complacency is over. The future of our financial freedom depends on our awareness and our actions, starting now.